So virtual sales didn't always come easy to me because I was accustomed to sitting kneecap to kneecap for 5.5 years, and really throughout my whole life, everything that I'd done was face to face. So this idea of doing things virtually, even though everybody had transitioned that way, COVID was completely foreign and uncomfortable to me. And what I realized was that it was me. It was all in my head. They were okay with it, and in a lot of cases, they actually preferred it and requested it. But for me, it wasn't something that I was accustomed to doing, and just like anything else, it was outside of my comfort zone. So what I had to do was essentially duplicate my process face to face in the house. So I leaned a little bit on technology and I just recreated my sales process essentially on my iPad. Before I was on paper, I had things laminated like the collateral sheet. I used paper profile sheets, double sided, and I carried my E&O insurance with me. So what I did was I created a file for my iPad. I created a PDF file of a cover sheet that explains kind of who I am, what FFL Hidden Gems is, and what we do. The collateral sheet that shows the carriers that we work with, all A-rated carriers, and then a sheet that outlines the process that I stole, which is not completely unique because pretty much everything that I do is stolen. I just regurgitate it and give it back to you as I understand it. So a sheet that goes through the process to help set expectations because most people are visual. So I give them that. And then after that, I show them my license so that they know that I'm a real person. I didn't used to do that when I was face to face, but I felt that it was necessary when I'm on the other side of the computer to add that extra layer of validity. And even when I'm doing telesales or helping somebody over the phone, I send these things via text message as I'm talking them through them, or send them during the intro so that they have them all in front of them as I talk them through them. Behind that, I have my driver's license just to show them that I'm a real person, and I'm not hesitant at all about sharing my driver's license, even though it has my address on it, because I'm about to ask them for all of their information. So it's kind of one of those subliminal deposits that they don't really realize is happening that puts them at ease that they have my license and my driver's license. And then finally, my E&O insurance. And my E&O insurance, for those of you that may not know, is like your professional liability insurance. It protects them up to $1 million. It's just like a doctor's malpractice insurance. Any store or restaurant that you walk into has liability insurance in case you slip and fall. This protects you as a client because we're going to be talking about some sensitive information. So after I walk them through those things, and this is done via screen share. So I I do my intro face to face, and then I share my screen and walk them through these things. And then I also have the digital profile sheet that I go through so they can watch me fill it out, because I was a big person face to face, and the effect of the profile sheet, because they're looking at it across the table, so I needed them to still be looking at it. And maybe it was just in my head, maybe it didn't have as big of an impact, but in my mind I needed them to see those things because, again, they're visual, as opposed to just hearing me talk through those things, so that they can follow along with me. So we fill it out together and they can see it on the screen as we fill it out. And then when I present too, there's a video out there. One of the first videos I ever did for this channel was how I show numbers in the house. So I literally can walk them through the numbers on the screen, and they can sit there and look at the screen and go through the numbers with me as they make a decision as to what makes the most sense for them. Once they settle on something, then just like I was face to face with them, I just do the application on a screen share so they can walk through the application with me. So there's no question as to why you need my social, why you need this information, because they see the field on the screen that needs to be completed in order for them to get this coverage that provides whatever peace of mind that they were looking for. So for me, it was really about duplicating that process so that it put them at ease, or it gave me that sense of comfort while I was presenting, because people buy from people that they like. And if you're uncomfortable in front of the screen, they can see it. And I needed them to not be able to see it, or in my head, I needed to not think that they could tell that I was uncomfortable with this process. And then throughout that, what you find is you almost have to show your personality because they can't feel it like they can across the table. So any chance I get, be it date of birth or where they're from, how long they've been in the house, how long they've been together, something that they might be wearing, something I can see in the background, I'm finding a way, even more so than I did when I was face to face, to actually show my personality, that I'm a real person, and crack a joke about being sorry that they shared similar um, similar traits because we're both Scorpios, or being from the same place. Talking about the winters, like today, we talked about never going back north. They were from West Virginia, I'm from Ohio. Talked about never going back north. It's a great place to visit 3 seasons out of the year, but you wouldn't catch me dead there in the wintertime. And they understood that. So finding a way to duplicate that process, even though I'm not in front of them, and finding a way to make those connections and humanize yourself throughout the process are things that I think will be instrumental, be it you getting into helping people virtually for the first time, or if you're trying to transition from helping people face to face to helping them virtually. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, of course, you know where to find me. Just click the link and DM me, and anything I can help with, I will.